So when we had all these variables, what we needed to explain with those variables, which is the initial spread, but we used the basic reproduction number. Why? Because the basic reproduction number tells you if you put in one infected, if you put in patient 0 in a community, how many cases are we going to get as a result of that patient 0 coming into that particular community? And so we use the basic reproduction number. In order to get the basic reproduction number from this explanation, this GROOT, we use the fact that this is a GROOT rate here that we have to measure. This R here stands for the GROOT rate. And then T here is the serial interval, which is the time delay between symptom onset of a primary case and then their secondary cases. And R is the initial GROOT rate, which is the initial GROOT rate that we measure. In order to measure the initial GROOT rate, we use an equation called the logistic GROOT model, which is just simple tools that we acquire from high school. Nothing complex here. So all the tools here, you could easily use linear model, but linear model, you could think of this as equation of a straight line, just to measure the initial first group. Once you measure this R, which is gotten from that initial first group, but here we use a logistic model because we assume that the cases will at some point plateau. So we use a logistic group in here. And the intrinsic group here is the average. So, and we are motivated to use logistic group because authors like Ma and all have actually compared different models, and logistic groups performed better. But the point I'm trying to push here is that the tools we use here are basic tools that we acquire from high school. You could think of this as a equation of a straight line. Just move it up and just measuring the initial group there, where you pick 2 points there. You just cut at a point and you try to measure equation of straight line. You measure this initial group and then you put here and you calculate how many person one infected person can infect. So basic tools acquired from high school or from junior high, depending on what is done.
Did you like the content of this channel? So please subscribe to the channel. It's quite simple. You just have to hit subscribe, and you can decide which level of the notification you want. You may choose all the notification, which means that everything that I do, you receive a notification on your bell here on the upper corner, or you can choose no notification. I would strongly recommend you to subscribe, even if you don't want to receive all the notifications. Just hit here, no notification, or hit the one that you like the most. It's pretty important that you subscribe to the channel so I can achieve a high number of subscribers, and people can as well understand that this channel has a nice content to offer, and YouTube will understand as well that it can make a nice divulgation of the channel. So please subscribe to the channel.